So let's get into the SBF thing. Have you been following this, Amish? Do I need to give you a primer on what happened?
I feel like I know everything. I can't talk about it in like official terms like you, but I've seen hours of clips on it. Yeah, this guy basically defrauded everyone. But I no, definitely do the setup.
Well, I feel like most people know who he is, but he just got arrested. A lot of people were saying, why hasn't he been arrested yet? It's like the fastest the government has done anything. It's amazing how fast it was. 8 counts. Could be facing up to 156 years in jail. Although I talked to an actual lawyer who was like, it's probably like 20 years or so. Like I was like, it's going to be 165 years. Or I said 156, 165 years max. Said probably not, probably 20 years.
You want it in your heart. You had quite a bit to do with this guy's takedown, though. Like, is it not your works on the YouTube? Because at one point, one of the videos, you got him to admit that he did it.
The only thing I hope for, that I get to take the stand. If I could take the stand, I would love. Oh my God, I would go in a heartbedt to testify against SBF.
That's a big day for the congregation. That's a big day.
It would be a big day for, that'd make my whole career. So, okay, I got him to admit on a call that the funds were commingled the entire time. And he knew about it. Yeah. A scumbag knew about it, and he lied to us. So that was pretty interesting. So now he's been arrested, and let's watch a quick clip of this.
Let's watch it.
As long as I'm not being debated by Reddit. Breaking footage of SBF arrest.
Give it to us.
I got that right mic ear.
Never gonna let you down. Oh!
Look, there he is!
There he is!
Look at his little nappy little fro. Is that what you say, like the fro? Is that not the...
I think I would call it a Jew fro, but...
Oh, what is that? Is he a Jewish?
Yeah.
Okay, well then there you go.
If you didn't know, you know from that fro, dude. That fro is a Jewish man's fro. Tell me in the comments if I'm off on that. That's pretty Jewish.
I feel like I was off on what I said.
I don't think he's got naps. I think he's got Jew. Yeah. Friedman. Sam Bankman-Fried.
There he goes. There he goes, boys.
There he goes.
Locked away. That's it. That's all she wrote.
That's all she wrote.
He comes out that fast.
Yep.
You're arrested. Apparently, the prison he's at is one of the worst.
Oh, no. They're going to make him suffer? No, he doesn't get Epstein?
Well, here's the question. Jail? Is the worst prison in the Bahamas that bad?
I don't think the Bahamas has a nice prison. Oh, unless they have a white-collar one. The prison for white people is great. Their prison for black people is, like, torture, probably. Like, it's hard. It's hard in the Bahamas. And I'd say, like... Are you accusing
the Bahamas?
I think they... On the jail? Yeah, but
based on zero evidence?
I think they have vicious...
That's the drip. That's the drip right there.
That's the drip. They have vicious jails. I mean, I think it's a fair estimate to make, though. It's just like America, dude. The white-collar jail. Dude, if he gets the Epstein jail, he can leave every weekend. Every weekend, he could just...
Hey, yeah. You know the lawyer.
He got Ghislaine Maxwell's lawyer. That's what he said when he got her. How do you feel about these...
Yeah. Wait, I have to say this. He has $100,000 left in his bank account. Somebody said, well, how can you afford this lawyer? He goes, I don't know if I can. I said, come on.
You know he does. You know what I love about him is that he does a scam and then he goes, and now it's done, and well, I did it. Like he sometimes he lies, but then sometimes he just says like that, saying that on the news, right? Now next time he goes to see the lawyer and he's like, okay, so what's our case? And the lawyer goes, how much money do you have? Like, what are you doing?
I was saying that for the news, obviously.
6 months ago, you had the video where he basically describes it as like a pyramid scheme.
Oh, wasn't that good?
It was great, yeah.
Oh,
and these people have no sense of righteousness. What do we do about the righteousness? There's no sense of righteousness in the community. The whole community knew 6 months ago. You put up the video, and they just said, well, let me get a cut. Let me get a taste. They almost like him more.
Let me get a taste of that.
Let me get that pyramid scheme money. Yeah, that's what they're thinking. Yeah. Mm-hmm. When they should be saying, let me not touch this.
Have you seen Kevin? Why don't you read some super chats while we get Kevin in here?
Oh, Leary loves him. Oh, Calvin Horny. Righteous is back. Calvin, we love ya. VTR, $10. Check out Common Sense Skeptic YouTube channel on Elon. Elon is bigger fraud than SBF. I knew someone was going to say this. People just make these wild accusations. VTR, listen, maybe in God's eyes, maybe in overall righteousness, but in the eyes of the law, I think Elon is clean, brother. I don't think anything's gonna ever come out on Elon. You could say he's not righteous. Spacula, $2. Habibi, we will jump off a cliff if you tell us to. No, do not do this, but it is good that you are ready to go. Spacula, Rip and Drip Baba, Lambertones pickups, $5.
You go, oh, don't jump off a cliff. But it's good that you're willing to.
Yes, that is the kind of commitment we love.
No. We don't want that. What's up, boys? And look at this chat is going crazy right now. The favorite zero, Cult Rehab. The boys are back in town. The boys are back.
Yeah.
That's right. Let's talk about Kev. Comes out and he says, hey, I would reinvest in SBF. Because he says, oh, I got screwed. I got screwed by FTX. Woo! Why am I glitching out here in the $10 million studio? What's going on here? I don't know what just happened.
Autofocus.
Okay, autofocus.
I know. Compared to you, my camera's great.
Yeah,
you thought you were expected to come rip my camera, but it is your camera that is.
It is your camera.
It's fine. But this is the morality of this corporate Democrats or just corporate people. I feel like they all kind of think like this. They have this mentality of like, oh, the guy running the pyramid scheme. Yeah, well, listen, I'd invest my money again because he probably has a banger idea the next time. You know what I'm saying?
Right. They go, oh, he's criminal enough for me. Like, it's like, as long as he's a criminal on my side.
Yeah.
You better, the idea isn't don't do it again, but you do it this time for me.
Yeah, next time do it for me.
Because what Kevin O'Leary said, I think, was something like, basically, like, I'd make sure he couldn't screw me this time. Like, he can screw the other guys, but he can't screw me this time.
Kevin O'Leary
like,
would
I'll
definitely
put that criminal on a leash.
Yeah. He's under my control, and then I could control him. He still has these dreams of, like, if he had just talked to me, I could have controlled this scam. Could have made it so that no one would have found out for 10 years and gone and da-da-da, you know what I mean?
Kevin O'Leary actually, like, got a lot of his money from that learning company scam. I'm not going to say scammed, like, officially, but he kind of, he's a shady dude.
Well, it's like the guy in the audience is talking about Elon Musk. It's like these guys, the big difference between this and SBF, though, SBF's such an amateur. That's why Kevin O'Leary's like, listen, dude, I can teach you how to be a psycho. Like, you're showing good, it's good chops. I like your moves. You're making good moves. But he needs my guidance so that I can fix it. And you know what I mean? Make sure he's not screwing up and going to jail, dude. That's pathetic, dude, to go to jail that early. Because usually the con artists never get arrested.
It's not what you did. It's not how you did it. It's that it's too much money. We talk about this all the time. Over 5 million, you're gonna, like, you start to attract a few eyeballs.
Yeah.
Over 50 million, it's a few hundred eyeballs. Once you get into the billions of dollars and you go bankrupt, the whole world is looking.
So you're not surprised that he got arrested? Because I'm a little shocked. I feel like as a white-collar criminal...
Everybody was surprised. He had the right connections, right? He did that. He was smart about that. He said, I'm going to pay off and Republicans under the table. That's a gangster move.
I know. He's pretty badass. That's so sick, though. He basically donated publicly to the Democrats,
secretly to the Republicans,
because he knew that Republicans, not a good look.
Yeah.
But the Democrats, I can say, like, I'm altruistic. I want to help the community.
Well, he does that. Everyone thinks, oh, that's going to make him get away with it. The problem is the scale. Once everyone starts talking about it, now there's bigger, like, you know that he's having calls with these politicians, and they're going, Sam, my boy, we'd love to help you, but we're getting too many calls about this. I mean, they don't care. Like, I feel like they wouldn't care about letting him off, except that they'd get so much crap from the public about it. It's the same thing with Ghislaine Maxwell. Went to jail. I don't think she was convicted sex trafficking any individual. She was convicted of sex trafficking. But who?
Right.
Well, they never actually convict, like, of anybody.
And
so
all
like
those girls were like,
let her
it was
off.
me.
Right. But it's this weird thing where you're like let off, but you're not let off.
It's gonna be given 20. It'll get cut down to 10 once he's in, because they always cut it down once.
Well, here's the thing: Big Boy Bernie, he was part of the club. So I can see that. One, it's either like a light or it's life. There is no, like, it's not gonna. In my opinion, it's not gonna be. 60.
That's why you got to go spiritual.
It's 160.
Dude, Jim Baker. You know Jim Baker in the 70s. He did all kinds of this shit, and he assaulted a girl.
But it's the quantity. It's the quantity. How much money did he take? Did he take billions?
True, it's not billions, but also, dude, being connected with God,
billions,
sometimes God does you a few favors. God say, hey, he's working for me. Let him out. And he's out in 10 years, now selling those buckets or whatever. But yeah, no, you're right. It's the money. It's like, I don't think he ever hit those big numbers. But O'Leary is like, but this must be so frustrating for you as a internet detective, as someone who's so righteous. And I've literally seen, like, non-righteousness, it makes your skin boil. You know what I mean? Like, it affects you. You're mad. But what do you do with these people? They're not gonna, like, do you find that in the end that they suffer enough, or do you feel like most people get away?
I was thinking about it the other day. I feel like I'm less personally involved with the villains, and I care, like, I now, like, care more about the victims than I do about. Not in like I care about them so much, but that is where if I am emotionally invested in a story, it's more because of that.
But then you probably get mad at like then I see videos where you're like talking. I don't know if it was you. There's so many videos I've seen at this point, but there's like Tom Nash, Spencer, and these guys that you're like, but you should have known better. Where was your morality?
Yeah. Tom and the finance gurus.
Yeah,
look, it was actually controversial. Some people didn't agree. Spencer didn't agree with me. That's what
I know.
issue.
Because they think like Kevin O'Leary. Well, not Kevin O'Leary, but like they have this mentality, and it's almost like a corporate mentality, maybe, but where it's more just like, hey, man, if it's not illegal, you got to get the money.
Well, no, and I think the thought was, hey, what's the big deal? Nobody knew it was a fraud. And my point was, listen, if you're a doctor and you sell a pill that kills people, you're gonna take a hit. Get paid to sell that pill. If you're a financial influencer who gets paid to promote FTX and the gang, and it blows up as a Ponzi scheme, you're gonna take a hit, and that's okay. Then you should. Honestly, you should. You should be embarrassed. You should.
And the moral of the story is, you are loved because you are loved. Such is the nature of loving kindness. Okay? So now that I've done my karmas, make sure you do your karmas. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, and sign up for meditation. Ascension is upon us, foolish. Sign up for meditation immediately. Ha! Am I still here?